Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. All right, today's topic is feminine men are creating masculine women. Feminine men are creating masculine women. All right, before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers, all of the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to the channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them online with the collective, and it can be your decision. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are available in my online store, and you'll find a link in the description. Now it's time for our daily affirmation, and we do these affirmations to help with our spiritual growth. And here it is. I am forgiving, healing, and finding a peaceful path moving forward. All right, let it sink in. I am forgiving. You got to forgive to heal. And healing and finding a peaceful path moving forward. People, when challenges come into your life, don't let it draw you into the challenge. Forgive it, heal it, and seek a peaceful path moving forward. People, let this affirmation sink deep into your spirit. I am forgiving, healing, and finding a peaceful path moving forward. I hope this affirmation is a blessing to you today. Now it's time for movement, and we do these movements just to get our blood circulating. We're going to do 2 simple movements and 5 of each. The first one, sit up straight in your chair, and we're just going to turn from the waist and come back. Okay? And we're going to do it 5 times. All right, you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, sit up straight. 3, just turn from the waist. 4, and 1 more. 5, how does that feel? You know, you feel it in your back, you know? All right, now we're going to go the other way 5 times. All right, you ready? Let's go. Push that shoulder around. 1, push it around. 2, here we go. 3, all right. 4, 1 more. 5, all right, did you feel it? I felt that in my arm and in my back. All right, it just kind of loosens us up. Now let's dive into this message today. Feminine men are creating masculine women. I did pull a video. Let's watch the video to get us started, and then we're going to talk about this issue. All right, here we go.
Why men are in their feminine state now across the world. What is the feminine state? Well, for a start, most men don't know. Women intuitively know the difference between the masculine and feminine state. But in a man, it's very difficult for him to know what the hell we're talking about when we say the feminine state. However, this occurred over 100 years ago between World War I and World War II. We went from a 10% divorce rate to a 40% divorce rate afterwards. And men came back after those conflicts very, very different. They went inside to deal with the horror and the trauma they'd experienced during the war. So when they came out, they were in their feminine state, uncertain, shell-shocked, probably PTSD. not able to express themselves, and went inside to deal with all of that. Then the next generation, the baby boom generation, modeled that behavior. And now men across the world go inside, shut down, close off. That's why men have a suicide rate 4 times that of women, because they try and deal with themselves. Men don't like to be handed a map. They like to sort it out themselves. And hence in doing that, they end up in a state of uncertainty, not a state of certainty, able to lead inside the relationship. And a woman can tell when her man is in that state. And gentlemen, a couple of clues to that are, you'll be whinging and moaning about her. You'll feel sorry for yourself. You won't have any clarity of direction or purpose. And you'll be feeling very much in self-pity. How to move out of that state? Learn what the masculine state is. Learn how to get into that and how to change that dynamic inside your body, because that alone shifts your oxytocin levels down and your testosterone levels up by as much as 40%, changing state.
You can take one look around, look at the media, look at the movies, look at everything, look at the bullshit conditioning, look at the feminization of the education system. You go through school and you're taught to sit still, cross your legs, squeeze your nuts in, and not to act like a boy. The teachers, the fat, female, obese teacher, sees you and your friends pushing each other in the grass, and she'll start shouting at you, "Wah!" You've been raised to be feminine because that is the way to be successful in the school system. The ultra-masculine boys, isolation, detention, juvenile detention centers. And you might think, oh yeah, but those guys are really bad and stuff, but like, they needed our help. The true masculine men, the ultra-masculine men, are either in some detention center or in prison. And you might say, yeah, well, you know, they're criminals and stuff, but they needed our help. They needed a good system that developed the healthy parts of their masculinity, that created a life for them where they didn't need to lash out. But you want to know the real reason why so many men are weak and feminine? It's because we've been living in the good times. We've been in the good times for a while. It's safe for a lot of people for a long time, right? Maybe not so much now, but for a long time, we were in the good times. We were in the safe times. And that's how you've been able to see the development of weak people having a voice, because that's never been a thing before. Weak people don't deserve a voice generally, especially in harder times when we're more about survival. But when you've had a really good time, prosperous time, and there's no war in the West, you know, actually in the home territory, well then it's time, you know, we may as well give that dickhead with low testosterone a voice, and you know, he's gonna shout about feminism and stuff, and he's gonna say that masculinity is bad, and he's gonna say that who are convincing you to be a little bitch have a voice right now because they're safe to do so.
Now, lots of people have an opinion about this, but I'm going to speak to you from experience, okay? Because, and I talk a lot about my last relationship because it was a combination of a lot of things. He was a narcissist and he was feminine, okay? In the beginning, during the love bombing, I didn't recognize the feminine part of him. Now, realizing people, we all have a feminine side and we have a masculine side. I think we are in control of these two sides, whether we want to go more toward the feminine or toward the masculine. Now, a lot of us women, we have been pushed to be more masculine than more feminine because of our relationships. Okay? My last relationship, he was more feminine. It pushed me to be more masculine. You know, I used to say to him, be a man. What's wrong with you? You know, he was always crying somewhere and whimpering like a little girl. And so when it came to business, I found out I had to take the reins and make things happen. That's masculine energy. And a lot of us women, we have been forced into that if we want our lives to progress, because our men are becoming too feminine. They don't know how to build anything. They don't know how to create anything. They sit around and worry about their nails and their skin, worry about the way that they look. That's feminine. That's feminine. See, things are like flipping around, ladies. Many times we can't get to the mirror because of them. Always in the mirror. You know, putting on their little earrings and makeup and all kinds of stuff. Listen, ladies, men are becoming too feminine, and it's pushing the women to become more masculine. And then you hear men that say, you know what? Especially the black women. Oh, black women, they too masculine. They too this and they too that. Listen, black women have been forced into that state, and I'll tell you why. Black men who are really masculine men, most of them are ended up dead, in prison. Where in prison now, they get soft because the only people they can have sex with is other men. So now when they come out of prison, they're more feminine. Okay. All right, this has happened to the black and brown culture a lot. Especially the black woman. She had to take the rings up. She had to support herself and her children because she had no man. And the men that were left were trained to become feminine. Masculinity has been frowned upon. You see, when you find a man too masculine, it's frowned upon. We don't want any part of that. He's too this and he's too that. He's too forceful. Now, masculinity can be tapered. You can still be forceful and masculine without being destructive. But many women have had to take on the masculine role because the men are feminine. They are feminine. They worrying about going out to the gym, toning up their bodies, and so trying to look a certain way and getting their skin done. When I was with the narcissist, he had the nerve to go to get facials and his nails done. He was feminine completely in the relationship. I remember one time I like to dance, and I like to slow dance because to me, it's an energy exchange, when you're slow dancing and that kind of thing. And I really enjoyed it. But with him, I remember one time he says to me, can I lead? Hey, if you are masculine, you wouldn't have to ask, can you lead? You would automatically lead, and then that will put the woman in the feminine energy as the receiver. You lead and she will follow. But if you don't know how to lead, why does the woman, who is the feminine energy, why does she have to give you permission to be masculine? There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. You see, many men out here are looking for women to make them feel masculine. Make you feel masculine. If you are masculine, then that's what you are. Why do you need a woman to make you feel that way or to give you permission to be masculine? Men, they have all these groups where men go, to become men. But then when they come out, they're like women. When they go away to these seminars and all of this to be men and all of that, when they come back, they're more feminine than when they went. They coming around, with the little tight pants on, no socks, looking just like women. Women, we don't want these men. These, we'll call them new age men. We don't want them. We can do it ourselves. And this is why I encourage you women to be independent, to be confident, to be what you need to be to make yourself happy. To make yourself happy. You don't have to settle for this new age man. You don't have to settle for that. See? Be what you need to be. And I know I've been in my masculine energy more than my feminine energy, because a lot of men that I had been coming involved with didn't know anything about being a man. So it pushed me to take care of business. And some of them, I had to show how to take care of business. So how can I expect this man who knows nothing to lead me? You can't lead me. You can't lead me anywhere. You can't even lead yourself. Just because you have something hanging between your legs doesn't mean that you are a natural leader. These are something that you need to work on yourself to be more masculine and to know what masculinity really is. You see, a lot of these folks who are holding these training seminars to train men to be men, they are feminine men themselves. So what can they teach a man? How can they teach a man to be masculine when they are feminine? Look at it, ladies. Don't be offended if a man tells you you're being more masculine. You're only in that role because he's feminine. Okay? He's feminine. Ladies, you don't have to be in the situation, period. It's a choice. It is a choice. And many ladies who find themselves with these feminine men, it's because they want a man so bad. They just want him there. And a lot of these feminine men are cheating on you with other men anyway. So it's not true. It's not authentic. Why would you even want to be in a situation like that? I wouldn't. Listen, I didn't find out that my narcissist was on the DL until after he had discarded me. Believe me, when if I had found out when I was with him, it would have been over like that. But I did realize he was too feminine. But with me, I was trying to help him, build him up. But ladies, that was a mistake. That's why I tell you, don't try to build these men up to make them men. If he's not a masculine man, when you get it, he will never change. He's a feminine. He will never change. You see, you are accepting that into your reality. If you don't want it, then don't accept it. Be yourself. Make yourself happy. Focus on you and not having a man. Because if on your spiritual path, I'm going to tell you, if you're on your spiritual path and you look at a man, you can see the femininity in him from afar. You don't even have to get involved with him. You can see it. Before I was spiritual, I couldn't see it. All right, my eyes were foggy. I'm like everybody else can see it. But I can pretty much look at a man now, and I can see that he is working in his feminine energy. Because remember, we all have both. We have feminine and we have masculine. So a lot of the men today are choosing to be in the feminine state and not in the masculine state. They don't want to protect. They don't want to provide. And that is masculine. They need help, ladies. But we're not the ones to help them. For what? I spent too much time trying to build a man. And that was over several relationships. That wasn't just with the narcissist. I mean, this was happening. Several relationships I had. I found that these men are feminine. They want a woman to take care of them, to be the provider. Listen, ladies, if you are the provider, you're in your masculine energy. If you are providing and protecting, that's masculine. If your man is not doing that, he's feminine. And many men today see what they want. They'll marry you because they need a partner. They can't do it on their own. Just like the narcissist told me, it takes two. When? When did it take two? The man is the provider and the protector. So now you need two people to provide and protect? Why? Because the man is becoming too feminine. That's why. That's exactly why. So he's convinced the woman, we get married, you go into the contract knowing he expects you to hold up your end now. Because one person can't do it. I'm going to need you. So you got to be in your masculine energy too, with the man. You see, to make this happen. Ladies, do you follow me? I hope that you're understanding this. Men, feminine men, are creating masculine women. All right? The man is expecting you to do what he does to make your relationship work. So you got to be a man like he is pretending to be a man to make your relationship work. Ladies, you don't see the folly in that? You don't see it? I see it. Now, women, if you are with a man and he's in his masculine energy, he is the protector, he is the provider, good, great. But that's not saying you don't have your own now. If you are building something for yourself, that can be in your feminine energy because you're doing it for you. You understand? You're doing it so you can have something. But he's the provider and he's the protector. All right? So you're good. But don't just sit there and let him do everything, because if he dumps you, you'll be out in the cold. But while you're in your feminine energy, have your own. Okay? It's okay. You can still be feminine and have that. All right? But it's the masculine's job to care, protect, and provide for the family. That's masculine. Femininity is more caring, nurturing, making a house a home. That's the feminine energy. Not going out and building a home. That's masculine. You see? But these men want you to build a home, provide in the home, and then invite them to come and sit in your home to be with you. That's feminine. You're inviting another woman to come and be your friend in what you have built. Ladies, look at it for what is really going on. That's why you should never allow him to move in. If he even wants to move in, that's feminine energy. It's feminine for him to want to move into your home with you. And it pushes you into the masculine role. He wants you to match him. No, ladies, you don't need that. You don't need that at all. Ladies, love yourself, take care of yourself, and don't settle for these feminine men. Now that puts a lot of ladies to say, well, if I don't settle, I won't have a man. It's better that you don't. Because this way, you can concentrate on building your own empire yourself that you can be happy in. Happy in. You see? And if you desire to have a mate, and he's more feminine, well, don't let him move into your reality. Keep him on the fringes. Yeah? Just see him once in a while. Keep him on the fringes. Because if you invite him into your reality, you will end up being the masculine and he will be like the woman. And you'll get tired of that quick. And I know, ladies, a lot of you who may be in a situation like this, you look at their man. And sometimes your gut is saying, he's feminine. Many young men don't realize what's going on with them. Many of them don't. They don't realize that this agenda is being pushed today to make men more feminine. And the masculine men seem to be quiet. And the ones who are not quiet are being so bodacious until it's frightening. Masculinity is not frightening. Masculinity should be comforting, making you feel safe and secure. And the feminine energy seeks security. And the masculine energy is to provide that. It's all confused in modern day society, people. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to Miss Faye's World, YT, at hotmail.com. That's Miss Faye's World, YT, at hotmail.com. And try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of your letter and I will comply. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. And to show my appreciation, I will be giving away a deck just like this one to one of you lucky subscribers once this channel hits 100,000. And every day we get a little closer. This is a 53 Oracle card deck of I Am Affirmations. And I will announce the name of the winner right here on the channel. So keep watching and good luck to all of you. I want to thank you so much for your comments and your letters. And a special thank you to those that leave a donation. I appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.